I'm going to show you people a little bit of what goes on. Notice the car is crossing over the top of this bridge, and just how oblivious your average person is to what's around them. And yes, this is going to be part two to the food shortages and the real truth. And underneath that bridge is a bunch of homeless people living there. They want you guys to see this. They have easy access to merchandise. This is a liberal known state where they've been infamous for hitting trains. And of course, I'm well aware of this place because I've been around a while, and most of the guys parking here, they live here. But see, remember I told you guys about tools and access tools, and I showed you in the previous video, first part to this, about a lockpick set, and explain some things to you. A lot of preppers will stock and stock, ammos, weapons, things such nature. But criminals are marauders that are coming for your things. They're not the type of people who really bust down your front door, come in, guns are blazing. If you notice, the fencing there is cut. That's done with a fencing tool. And see, there's people living under there. A lot of guys are afraid of what might be down there, who might be down there, but I'm not. What I'm afraid of is the stench coming up out of that. I mean, it's human excrement and all kinds of things. Here they do their laundry and hang it up. Most people parked here are oblivious to this. People on the opposite end where that tunnel comes out, it's residential neighborhoods. Perfect for people like this to, step up in. But some of the guys here, they're local, they live here, but you see this? Cracked open. These are refrigerated units. This is not mine. And I'll show you here. These guys locking their stuff up because they're aware. It's a big chance, huge chance. This guy's got padlock on his. See how these two dudes just backed in here? Doors open. It's kind of like a clear message. Hey man, ain't crap in here. Don't waste your time. Just move along. And in front of these, I didn't want to film the guy, but it's a dude with a Porsche. Real nice, brand new Porsche parked in front of it. Keeping an eye on these. I have a feeling these are his trucks, and he's keeping an eye on them probably for the drivers, because a lot of people don't have situational awareness and others do. They may have had their stuff broken into and were just completely unaware as to where it's coming from or why. Here, high fuel prices. This is actually very cheap for where I was at. The fuel prices were at $6.59, which has an effect on the transportation business. And that's why another contributing factor as to why there are food shortages, because high fuel prices, very low pay to deliver. It consumes most of the pay goes to the fuel, and that's why I said it's intentional. They're deliberately doing what they're doing. But here's another contributing factor. Hopefully it'll move past slow. But what it says is Utah Trucking Company shutters livestock division after 37 years, folks. 37 years transporting livestock. That means hogs, cattle, sheep, goats. And for those of you that aren't familiar, I'll just put up a little image of what the back of one of these cages look like when you're driving down the road. And of course, that contributes to your food chain. Now, this whole green thing, electric thing, I'm in one of those cities that promote it, and you've seen what's living up under there. And that's what your tax dollars go to. That's what your money goes to, is for that. And the problem with it is there is so many things interrupting in the supply chain, and it's done deliberate. It's on a micro scale, between oil, thievery, a whole slew of stuff. It just compounds onto the issue. It's like throwing pebbles into a bucket until all the water empties out and there's nothing left. But as a prepper, remember always, folks, there are preppers out there that are hoarders, and there's preppers out there that are real preppers. You need to think of resupply, because your supply chain is constantly under attack. Now, there's a lot of channels that fearmonger, constantly doing this, and it burns people out. They're constantly putting out This is the latest thing and you better hurry up and stock. But the thing is if this continues at the rate that it's continuing, which is extremely fast, and there isn't massive intervention, your food supply chain is going to be picked apart to the bone. Okay, now if you know anything, truckers are the backbone of the industry. There's a trucker protest. You do not see it on the news. Massive amount of drivers protesting, massive amount of drivers shutting down, and it isn't just solely over the said shot or the jab that they want you to take. It's over so many things. They're over regulated. They're running on computer logs. They have a lot of complaints because you have a computer telling you when to sleep, when to wake up, when to go, and you're a human. Cops just hitting them left and right for generating money for the state. It's just a whole slew of things going on, folks. A whole slew of things. So do prepare, but keep in mind, resupply is your key. Now back to that pick set I was showing you. You may need this to get into your home. You may need to keep this in mind because you lost your keys, or there's a padlock, or you need to go through somewhere when bugging out. But do keep in mind, there's bad people out there that have these, and it isn't always going to be a kick your door in type scenario. They could do this while you're sleeping, while you're not at home. So you might want to take a look into some things that will deter the kind of usage that comes out of this kind of a set, so that your doors are impenetrable by someone that practices with these or has the knowledge. Because you can take a safety clip and do it, a piece of wire and do it, if you know what you're doing. And trust me, folks, not everyone that's a marauder or coming for your stuff, they're not going to do it out in open the way people think. There's tons of stealth mode tactics that they use that you will not see coming. And so it's good to be prepared. Look into the knowledge of what these kind of people use and have that in your arsenal, because some of the things will catch you off guard and catch you by surprise. Of course, this isn't that great of a surprise to people, but if you notice the fence I showed in the video, it's been cut open. Keep in mind, folks, there's ways. If you have fencing, I will be showing you that people can cut through your fence and you won't notice it. There's things that people can pry through stuff with. I'm gonna cover that slowly, I guess, in the episode. But for now, people, be prepared, be aware. Your food supply chain is being disrupted. It is being interfered with, and it is intentional. It is not an accident. It is not something that I'm trying to propagate for fear and views like a lot of these guys do, because I see a lot of these prepper channels every single year. It's the latest, greatest catastrophic news event that's gonna happen. They're even doing it now. Oh, be prepared for nukes, be prepared for war, be prepared for this, be prepared for that. You cannot prepare for everything, and that's just a fact. But folks, do put away, do think of, if it's long term, how to re-up your food supplies. And keep in mind, there may be bad people, just like in this video where I showed you, feet, quarter miles from where you're at. And right now, we don't have outright chaos, but those people are out there, lurking, invisible, stealth. And unless you have a great situational awareness, you're not aware they're there. And I guarantee you, people living on the other side of what I just showed you have no clue those people are under there. There's a huge pile of trash under there. There's a huge pile of goods under there. I don't live my life in fear, but I put that on video to show you people. But just be aware. Start now. Look around. See where you're at. If you're living in an inner city or in a residential area, figure out where these drainage systems are. Figure out where these little hiding spots are. Look for signs of humans camping out, lurking out there. Be aware, prepare now. Don't wait until it's too late. I'm Majestic Rides, and I thank you guys for watching.